Supply chain plus distribution channel equal the new supply chain. So the regular stores that I grew up with, like Sears, Montgomery Ward's, that is how many people or parents were able, or anyone, could get what they needed to run a life. Clothing, supplies for the house. And there are 4 types of marketing intermediaries: agents, wholesalers, distributors, and retailers. The indirect distribution channel, a good example was the Sears in the 60s to the 80s, and it was easy to do business that way. It was less as complicated as it is now. And the role of the intermediaries versus disintermediation in distribution channels is that people thought with the internet we weren't going to need the middleman. Well, we still need the middleman. The middleman can specialize in certain areas, providing better service to the customer, the purchaser. Now, Fingerhut is a very interesting online store. It doesn't have storefronts, but it makes quite a lot of money. The cost of a physical store versus online storefronts. The e-commerce sites cost money to set up and maintain. Fingerhut must spend, serious money on their online storefront because they are able to reach large markets and have high turnover on product. And so the internet has created these new intermediaries, and it's more complicated than it was when we had just the method that Sears used. But there's a lot of advantages also because of these changes in how people receive products, consumers receive products. The functions of an online distribution channel include outsourcing. It just may make more sense to outsource. And then when you look at eBay, you can actually, the consumer's role has changed. There's not a set selling price, either take it or leave it. There are many more options for the consumer because of online storefronts. You have contact with the buyer, and you're negotiating with the buyer, and your marketing communications, it's all very different. Physical retailers and their firms do not have the constant communication. With online, it's pretty instantaneous or constant. The communication that has to happen from the firm to the salesperson to the buyer. And then the physical distribution and digital content, it can be, the returns, I imagine, are troublesome. And shipping to participating retailers, like for Home Depot, you can buy something online from Home Depot and then purchase it. People are coming up with creative ways to solve all of this. The biggest issue I think is how the money, how do you pay safely as a buyer, and how do you make sure you get that money from the buyer, because you're not at a cash register person to person. And I use PayPal for that, just so that I feel security when I make online purchases. I rarely do, but when I do, I get nervous about it, so it's worth it to me to go through PayPal. Also, market research online makes it easy to really understand your target markets and your market segments. The management and the metrics, this is very interesting to me. This is really what why I wanted to do this presentation, is the supply chain was material, information, and financial back in the day. Now it is scan one, make one, deliver it fast. And this B2B, business-to-business commerce, I like that. It's creating this network between businesses, this team almost. And it's enticing target customers to buy online. The internet is more cost-effective. Businesses can use same computer to interface with many suppliers. Suppliers and buyers can more easily exchange data using a web-based interface. And then when you look at Google, it's interesting. You can get analytics instantly for a small business, like free. So I just wanted to show that it's all free for small businesses and business women or business people like myself. Everything's free for us to learn how to do business this way. And I find this very interesting. Pandora, look at the shoes. Buy one, get one free. 2 pairs for $39.95. Wow, like really? That's cheap. For a mom, a working mom, you still have to dress appropriately. And they're advertising directly to me. I don't even shop for clothes online. It's interesting to me that somehow they figured out what I love. I love boots. That's interesting. How they figured that out about me, I have no idea. Was it random? Is it that they really do have an idea of what I like? But I listen to Pandora because it's free. And so here, here's all my music. I guess they can kind of get an idea of who I am as a customer about that. And so, yeah, it's a whole different world than the days of Sears. And so these are my references, and I hope everyone enjoyed this. Thank you very much for spending time looking at this.